trying to remember highlights.
Is it just us two?
Just us two.
It's a date?
Enzo Bale.
Enzo Bale.
I mean, it goes back. I mean, I think it's almost a yearly thing. But I think this year, my favorite person to see in the locker room every day had to be Raz.
Oof, that's a good answer.
Ruiz was just so bubbly, especially after his first couple of games where he was getting minutes. That kid would not stop smiling.
That's true.
So I think Raz is definitely mine.
He's definitely bringing that fresh energy of living the dream, and you can tell it every day it's like that.
Yeah, it keeps me young.
How infectious is that in the locker room?
I mean, we've been lucky with having some really cool young kids over the years. Like we had Matthew. Matthew was the first young baby that we had.
Well, I'd say before him even as well. Jaden was pretty young.
Yeah,
Here.
Cervania was a young kid, exactly. So we've had our fair share of littles that have gotten to grow, like we've gotten to see like almost grow up.
Thank you.
And it's like Matthew's like really kicked it off for me, and now
People are ready to order.
seeing Jaden when we play in CFC is always fun. But yeah, seeing Raz, he just brings that joy of like what it used to be. Well, no, I still have joy. What it used to be. No, it's fun to see like what he's doing at his age versus what I was doing at my age, and yeah, he definitely brings a new, like Jake said, that new freshness to the locker room. He's in charge of the box for pre-match games. So.
I've gotten good feedback, but that could just be that people that don't appreciate it aren't giving feedback. But I feel good about what I'm doing, so that's good. I think worst. Who's the worst music?
I mean, if I was ever in control of the box, it would definitely be me. I would definitely have the worst.
I don't know.
Heavy metal, dark music, or American conspiracy rap.
We should give you a feature.
We did one time.
How did we do?
We did. I think we won. I'm trying to remember which game it was. It's a really small locker room. Away.
Detroit?
No. And Juan told me to play him the song. And he liked it, but it was definitely some country rap.
It might have been Vegas. But no, we tied that one. Anyway.
Yeah. But yeah, Jake's in charge of the box.
What's the go-to playlist?
A few bangers off.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest, I queue them up custom each time. I have a rubric that I start with, and then I just kind of build my own playlist each time. I try not to do too many repeats. There's a couple that are going to get on there every time. Mini Men by 50 Cent is going to be a lock on there every time. I try to keep it a little old school. Some of the young guys, Kobe, Finn, Raz, and Matthew, they sometimes aren't feeling it the same, but it's important for them to appreciate where it all started, some culture in their lives. So, but yeah, I put some new stuff on for them too. Some like I'll give Raz a shout out. He's always saying NBA YoungBoy is the best rapper. I have different feelings, but I throw a song on there for him every once in a while.
I'm trying to think. He told me some band, I don't know, or some rapper. I listened to him one time and not again.
Was it for you? Yeah, rap. I like some UK stuff. Sometimes some African music. Prosper and who else? Preston. They always put some good stuff on too. I try to mix it up. I guess one moment that I feel like really gave me some energy this season was it was our second game in Tampa Bay after our 2-game stretch there. Obviously the 6-4 game was on the Wednesday, and then the weekend we played a totally different way. And I was up in the midfield. I ended up assisting Enzo's goal, and that just gave me a lot of confidence. And then moving forward from there, I feel like we played some good games.
Usually every summer I do at least one bleach to mix it up and spice it up. And we like the Golden Freedom Hawks, the Freedom Mullets, anything that's wild and crazy. That's what we're hoping to accomplish with that. So Yeah, I haven't had the patience enough. I had 3 braids one time, and of course I braided it, and then I got headbutted in the Atlanta game and got stitches. So it turned my bleach blonde mullet with braids into red. So I had to shave that off. But yeah, it's more of a let's try something new and crazy for once.
Yeah, I'd echo that. Sometimes when it's a bad stretch and you're coming up to a big grind towards the end of the season or something, that's when I will shave my head. And usually Matt's shaving his around the same time. Alex Cardinale and I would joke because maybe we go on a bad run, we lose 2, maybe even 3 games, and he would say, how long until Matt comes in with no hair? And it happened quite often, and sometimes I'd follow suit. So I do take inspiration from your hairstyles. I actually had a pretty aggressive bleach job in my hair when I was at Western Michigan, Rocketburg. Grew it all out, so it was long bleached. The cornrows, I've gotten some mixed feedback. I won't lie. I have no regrets there. I'm liking it short right now, though. My hair journey at Birmingham started, though, during COVID year. A lot of barbershops closed, and Ford Parker started cutting hair. And
The chop shop.
we called it the chop shop. Sometimes you came out looking pretty good, and sometimes you got chopped. That's what we called it. And I seemed to get quite a few chops myself. But it was a free haircut, and he got a lot better, I will say.
Yeah, he never chopped me up. Never got a Ford chop. But
I was lucky enough to get a couple, 2 or 3 at least.
I always did my own, so or Jackson would do mine. So yeah, nothing better than having your 8 to 10-year-old son line you up in the back. You hope that he's not standing with one shoe on or one shoe off and lopsided cut. So how high do I go, Dad?
I think there's some mixed feelings about the size of protective and everything, but when it gets loud and people are on their feet cheering, you can feel it on the field. You can hear it, definitely. And there's been some games at the end we're pushing for a tie or we're pushing for a win, and people are yelling, and we're always cornering the other team in. I feel like we always end well like that, and that makes a big difference, I've noticed. So definitely want to see fans out at the game cheering and standing up and trying to create more of an atmosphere, and we're definitely going to do our part and put on a show. So hopefully we can meet right in the middle and create something nice.
Yeah, I think you hit it the nail on the head with that one. But I think it's also we feel the energy, we feel what the fans are bringing, and that's a big pusher for us. Late in games, the 75th minute, guys are starting to get tired, and all of a sudden you have the cheering crowd behind you. It definitely tries to give you that extra bump, that extra, hey, I got another 5-10 minutes in me. And you can see it uplift a lot of the guys multiple times throughout the games.
Yeah, and I know personally sometimes I'll come off the bench, I'll be right on the side before I go in. I can hear people yelling up in the stands. It kind of gets me fired up. So I think small receptions like that when a guy comes off the field, when a guy goes on, I think goes a long way to give somebody a little wind under their sail.
Yeah. Shout out to Metro Diner for hooking us up with a cool studio / Happy Plate Club. Steak bowl was fantastic. Yeah, thank you very much.
As you can see, I'm still working. It's delicious. Thank you, Metro Diner. Thank you to our waitress, Angela. And we'll see you guys soon.
Hammer down.